patience. I am Beowulf back at it with another video. This video is going to be an install video all about my RXP X 300. So you've seen before I was having like a boost leak with the stock intercooler piping. I bought different clamps, but also too with running the more boost. It's a smart idea with adding a blow-up valve system. So I went to Riva Racing and I'm pulling out this intercooler piping here and here. And to actually make it easier to do, you could do it, but it's easier too to actually remove all this areas. And if you watch my video with how you show installing the intake, I think in that video I show how you remove that. But the first thing before I do that is I need to reach right there, and there's a vacuum kit that they sell, vacuum port kit. So what I'll have to do is remove the bolts right here on the ECU, pull the ECU to the side. In I looked at it in their manual, it said about uncutting all these zip ties, but I'm pretty positive I can fit in there without doing that, which I'm probably going to do. It's just easier to pull this, that, put Loctite on it. And yeah, it's a vacuum port adapter kit. Really easy thing to install. I went this route. Instead of pulling out, they had the fire resistor, or however you say it. It's like a filter that's in here. You have to pull the whole intake manifold up. You could have tapped the blow-up valve because the blow-up valve needs a vacuum line. I could have done that, but because I knew I'm kind of tight on time and I really didn't want to feel like pulling the whole intake manifold off. It's not that hard, but it'd be time consuming. I'm going to do that in the future video with that. But right now, doing the intercooler piping. Probably I'll do that once I do the intercooler. I want to see how this works and how it runs. So basically I have to pull these off. I might use the clamps that I bought or use the ones that came in the kit. What I found with going with these bigger ones I bought from Napa, they were very hard to fit in here. This one was like probably the hardest one to have them fit. It was definitely a tight fit. They held on. So I don't know what route I'm going to go with that yet. Also too, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, hit the bell notification. Also too, check out some of my I Am Beowulf merch. I got hats, t-shirts, tank tops, and hoodies at IamBeowulf.com. Also too, make sure you guys give me a follow on Instagram. It's right here, IAM_Beowulf. Let's get this video going, because after I shoot this video, I'm shooting a video going out riding, testing this thing out. So let's get it going. It shouldn't be that long to do this, but we'll just see how it all fits. But I'll show you step by step how you install this. I also want to share with any of my viewers who work on anything from jet skis, cars, anything where you're working, and you've seen my arms are all tatted up. And I found these on Amazon, and they're on my Amazon store, Amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. And the cool thing with these is they have fingers. You put your work or your latex gloves over, but it has where it's your fingers are, it's like gloves, but it's cut off at your lower part of your fingertips, like right down there where my thumb's pointing. And the nice thing is this has Kevlar built into it. So when you're in working on a jet ski and you spend all this thousands and thousands of dollars on tattoos, you're down here and you got the fiberglass, and it'll just wreck a piece of art. And you can fix it, but also too, you could permanently just destroy a piece of art. So what I like with these is majority of my arms are protected with that from getting scratched up. So these are really nice for working, that you never have to worry about it. And they claim that you can take a knife to your arms with this and it will not cut it. So that's pretty cool. It's really kind of lightweight. You can tell in the material it's not that tough. It's all on my Amazon store. Check it out. So I already pulled off. This is the plug I was telling you about. It was on the intake manifold. So this is the new one that's going on with Riva. This is going to be the adapter that I'm going to be putting in there that'll connect to the blow-up valve. The cool thing with this, it has a fitting that if down the road, if I want to add a mechanical boost gauge, or if I want to reroute it later and have it for upgraded aftermarket fuel rails, you basically have this option with that, which is pretty cool. And I did have to cut the zip ties. It's kind of a tight fit into there, so you just pull everything to the side, cut the zip ties, and then you can put some Loctite on there, and then put the new one on. But before you do that, you'll want to tighten the new fitting on there. So I just want to show you. Well, this is the old one. This is the new one. You want to tighten the fitting onto that where that's connecting, and it'd probably be smart to already connect the hose going to that. All right, so I got that on there. I tightened it all the way once I got it on for the little thing for the vacuum line, but don't over tight it because it is on, both of these are on plastic, but use blue Loctite for there. But that's that. And then this is supplied vacuum hose for that, which will have more than enough to reach it. And I'm going to connect that up and then put the ECU back on and then start pulling out the intercooler piping. And we're one step closer getting this done. Real easy. I got the vacuum line connected. I'm going to push this to the side, put the ECU back in place. It's real easy. I'm not going to use the supply zip ties they have because I will be pulling this all back apart again, and there's no point of zip tying, and it's not going to go anywhere anyways with it all bolted in. But put the bolts on. Like I said, intercooler piping next. Woo! These were those gloves I was telling you about. Really nice. And like I said, they were cut off with the fingers. Before I put this on, I'll show you guys a comparison. So this would be the stock intercooler piping. And then this is the, let's see if I can have it the same shape. Yeah, so here's the Riva one right here. And here's the OEM one. Here is the OEM the other side. I think that's the best comparison right there. So it's a lot thicker silicone. I think these are silicone hoses. The nice thing is like these can fold real easy. See, and then this one's a lot. You have to put some force to get it. This you don't have to do much, and it's like folding in. So from what the main reason why you'd want to upgrade to these is from what I'm aware of is so you're under boost, and this could be like coming in and then sacrifice air coming through the intercooler. So this is for the blow-up valve. Really nice Tial blow-up valve. And see, it comes with a like a clamp like this. Now I thought the kit came with different clamps, but actually, if you look, these are better than what the OEM clamps were. I have to find those to show you. Not sure where I put the OEM clamps, but these are aluminum. These aftermarket ones I bought at Napa, they're metal, or like not aluminum, because you can see I put my shark band magnet. I also see this available on my Amazon store under the jetski riding gear. Really nice. High power magnet is guaranteed to keep away sharks if you fall in the water, or any type of water sport. You're surfing, you know, swimming. I've seen people where they put this or even around like their dog's collar and deters a magnet. Sharks get attracted by electricity given off by you know, like a fish or a person, dog, whatnot, and this disrupts them, so they'll just go away. It doesn't hurt them, but they just don't like the feeling. So these are aluminum, so I'm not going to use these because if you go into saltwater, they're going to corrode and rust. So I spent like $50 on those. Hopefully I can return them back to Napa. But these ones look pretty good, better than what the factory ones were. So this looks like a really good one. And it's now the next process of putting this on. I think one end is bigger than the other, similar to what. Yep. So one end, if you look at these, they're different sizes. So hopefully these kind of slip on a little bit easier than the OEM ones. Because this one was a pain in the butt. Actually, I'll show you guys. So I didn't have to pull all this out. I'm hoping when I put it all back in, I don't have to pull it all out. Because, yeah, it was a lot of work fighting to pull those off. But I don't have to take the intercooler off, so I'm hoping I can get everything on easy. Get everything on easy. Also, too, well, I also pulled out the coolant reservoir and put it kind of tucked in there for right now. It gives you a lot of room in here. Also, too, I'm not going to probably put the blow-up valve on to the tail end, just so it gives me a lot more wiggle room in there. and let's get this installed. Also, heads up too, these clamps are all different sizes, so these two are bigger. They'll be for the bigger end of the hose, because at different ends they are a different size. So just think of that. You'll obviously know because you'll try sticking it on another one and you can tell it doesn't fit. But I figured somebody to tell, because somebody might not figure that out. Alright, so to get this on, you have to remove the top of this. There's no way. And I had to unhook the straps of the intercooler to get this all on. And I got all of them tightened. The next step is putting the blow-off valve back on and then putting the trim back on. I'm probably going to put the trim on. No, I'll probably wait. Put the blow-off valve in next. And I just had to put the trim up. I checked everything. Everything's tight. I'll have to tell you, there is no way you could put this piping on without pulling it. I didn't have to pull intercooler out. I had to loose the straps to kind of wiggle around. And at first, when I got them all in there, the intercooler was touching all the way back there where I'm putting my hand. But the whole, I used a small pry bar and just pushed the intercooler over before strapping it down. So I had it, because it's kind of a lot of work. Yeah, but it's all in there. Also too, you should use glass cleaner inside the piping. It helps it slip on, but still, it's a little fight with it. For example, this one, you have to have the clamp on it up higher before slipping on. This one, I didn't put the clamp on until the pipe was on. It was really a lot of work to get this one on, and I put the clamp on afterwards, because these are, I think, aluminum or whatever. They're, if you push a lot of force, you could bend them. That's why I took that one off and then put it on after the fact. But it's almost there. All right, so I have the O-ring in there. You want to be careful when you're setting this in there that it doesn't fall out. And then you put that clamp on, and let's get it on. I actually set the O-ring on top of there, and I'm going to put the blow-up valve on next. All right, so it's the home stretch. Got everything hooked up, vacuum line hooked up. Yeah, so this is the setup, man. Wow, looks completely different than what it was before. And let's get everything else hooked up. I'm wondering how this is gonna fit up in here. I don't know. Alright, well, let's get the rest of the pieces on. Alright, so got everything put back in. And yeah, that's what I was telling you guys before another video. Like, I bought this bilge pump, but I haven't put it in yet, because it's like figuring out the room you got in there. Like, stuff's in there. I don't know, because the hard thing is with drilling. But the thing that I love about this kit is that you don't have to drill into the intake manifold where you'd have to take it apart because of shavings and stuff. It's so awesome how right down in there it removes the existing plug, which is crazy that it's there, and hooks it right up, and it's a good finish. I might zip tie it down into there. I don't know. I'm gonna just, first want to see how it all runs and then see if I have to adjust anything, which I probably don't. I did a really good job, but I hope a video like this helps you guys when you're in the market of figuring out mods and what to do. But the cool thing is, it's not for everybody to do, but definitely be prepared to be maneuvering around, being at different angles. And I'm really excited about taking this thing out on the water and seeing how it runs, and how cool it's going to sound too. I mean, it's not going to be crazy loud with the blow-off valve, but you're definitely going to hear it. I hope that this video helped people figuring out when you're doing modifications. And my goal for all these videos is to show people that if you're kind of knowledgeable how to work on stuff and you determine, then do this. And I hope these videos help you guys, because it's definitely, like myself, I kind of flipped through the instructions and just did it. I don't watch any videos before how to do this. I just did it. I own the shop manual. I never had to pull it out to do this. It's kind of, I think it's self-explanatory, but definitely I hope these videos help you figuring out what you have to do with your ski, save you guys some money, install yourself, and be out there having fun riding. It's the end of the video. Make sure to give me a follow on Instagram. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, the cool thing is I'm doing a giveaway any September 19th is I'm giving away a $100 gift card to Riva Racing. How to enter this is you have to be subscribed to the channel, you have to be like the videos, you can go past videos, recent videos, comment on the video, and on September 19th I'll pick a winner. You get a $100 gift card to Riva Racing. And also too, I'll be doing giveaways each month, different things. And once I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll give away an Xbox One X or PlayStation 4 Pro is I think what it's called off the top of my head. I'm a Microsoft person. I'll have to look that up. I've definitely been looking to get in and getting a Sony PlayStation. But hey, think of the whole Spider-Man fiasco. Let's not even go there with that. When I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll give that away. Again, it's the same thing as the giveaways. Be subscribed, like, and the videos and comment on videos. And send a video. Be driven to win. I'll see you guys back in the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.